I am gonna miss it. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't gonna miss it. Originally, I thought that I wasn't gonna miss it, and it was gonna be like, oh, I'm so ready to get out of LA, like, let's get out of here, let's make this as quick as possible. And the more I think about it, like, the closer it gets to actually leaving, I am gonna miss this. Like, this was such a blessing, but B, such a pivotal moment, like a pivotal time in my life that is, you know, coming to an end. I can see the comments already. The #1 question that I'm gonna get, what about the skate park? I'm keeping the skate park. The skate park is coming with me. The skate park's part of the move. It's not going anywhere. More on that later, but the skate park is still mine. The skate park's coming with me. The yard, however, we just got the yard redone, renovated, whatever you want to call it. That was just kind of bad timing on my behalf. That wasn't planned. Obviously, I think it will help the sale value of the house having a nice yard, but that wasn't the plan. It kind of happened, I don't want to say it happened fast, because it's been on my mind for a while and I've been talking to my parents about it, but I think it just sort of clicked somewhat recently where I'm like, I'm ready for this to happen now, like sooner than later, you know? I'll talk more about why in a little bit later in this video, but yeah, I had a lot of plans for this video. You know, a grand reveal video. Originally, I wanted to wait until this house was sold, wait until the new house was fully furnished. You know, the skate park was set up, my gaming room, my office was done, and sort of do this sad, sappy music of like, oh, my time in LA was beautiful, but all good things come to an end. This is the beginning of something new, and go that route. And then I thought about it. It's like, no, I don't want to do. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss that. I mean, realistically, selling the house, there's a lot of moving parts, obviously. It's gonna be hard to shield that from social media. You know, a lot of it's gonna be driving back and forth, moving stuff, emptying everything out of this house, going through patching, puttying the holes, cleaning everything, fixing everything before the sale. Like, it's gonna be, this is the next chapter of my life, and I guess for lack of better words, I just wanted to document it as opposed to waiting for it all to be done, you know? Taylor's going through and helping me sort of pack for the first trip over there, just the basic kitchen essentials and all of those goodies. Got some of my office stuff, all this is coming with me. And then speaking of office stuff, my actual office, which as you can see is also in shambles right now because we're in the process of moving. Where do we even start? So we're working with a stager to sell the house, which means that they'll bring in furniture and kind of make the house look good, like as professional as it can possibly look for when we do open houses and photos and all of that. It looks legit to hopefully help it sell. We don't want this room staged like this. We want this room to be just a bedroom. All of the other stuff around the house can stay, like all the couches, the furniture, the kitchen table, all of that's staying. But the next step is taking the professional photos of the house and getting it listed, so all of this has to go. Oh. It is always so intimidating taking all of this down. There's no easy way to start it too. I just gotta start unplugging everything. Alrighty, here goes nothing. Just really unplugging everything. Alright, let's not drop this. I don't know why it took me this long to realize. Like I've moved my office before because my office used to be downstairs, and when Gabe and Sophie moved out, I moved it to their upstairs room, which is this room. But I just realized I've never had to move this desk, and I have no idea if that's gonna fit in my car. I guess only one way to find out. And then this too, I have no, like we might have to save this for the U-Haul truck or disassemble it. There's still so much stuff in here. We're gonna be smart for once and just measure it to see if it'll fit instead of trying to disassemble it and then realize it doesn't fit. All right, so I'm saying we can go all the way back to the passenger seat. We got 7 feet, so what? We could probably fit 6 foot pretty easily. And now for the moment of truth. I don't think that's 7 feet. It actually might be 7 feet. 6 foot. Wait, no, we're good. Yeah, 7 feet's right here. Sick. I mean, it'll be close, but I think we got it. Cause I think I got this thing used. It's like a standing desk, so it has like the motorized. Oh, it's heavy. The legs come off. I just don't know how. I shouldn't be doing this with one hand, but I wanted to film it. Oh, okay. I got the legs off. Okay, I need both hands to load this into the car. I'm not gonna lie, I impressed myself. So obviously all of the big stuff is still here. The racing sim, the fingerboard park, the mini fridge, all that stuff that's gonna go in the U-Haul with the rest of the furniture. It's looking pretty empty though, right? Wait till you see what I've done. Remember how crazy the kitchen looked, right? There's all sorts of stuff, bags, boxes, whatever. I'm not saying that I did it the right way, but I'm saying that I did it. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out which I should show you first. Open this up. Oh man, I'm not even gonna like be able to show you how crazy it is. We see my passenger princess here is a PC. Open the trunk and we have, there's like monitors, there's speakers, there's my desk. I got my desk to fit, the other monitors over there. Literally my entire office is in my trunk. We open this, we have my chair. My chair doesn't really disassemble, so I managed to fit the entire chair in here. Got all of the kitchen stuff kind of miscellaneously back there. We have all my fingerboard obstacles, my skateboard obviously. The two challenges this leaves me with is one, getting it there without anything breaking, which I give it like a 50-50 chance, and two, getting it out of the car once we get there, also give it a 50-50 chance. All right, and just like that, we're on the road for the next 8 hours. See you guys there. I'm so tired of driving that I'm listening to country music. 2 more hours. That was a long drive. I made it. I was gonna unpack tonight and start getting settled in. I'm just gonna do that all tomorrow. So I'm gonna pass out for the night and I'll see you in the morning. I feel so much better. I was fried last night. Slept pretty good for for an air mattress. Like I said, there's no furniture here yet. So we just got like an inflatable air mattress. It's a queen size air mattress. Gets the job done. Look at this morning view. Sure beats waking up on the side of a freeway now, doesn't it? Oh, baby, that is not gonna get old. I ended up pulling everything out of the car and just bringing it into the living room for now. But look, that is pretty good for fitting into a car, huh? That's like the whole kitchen, the majority of the majority of my office. You guys are ready for the explanation, aren't you? Let's go outside. This feels absolutely surreal. This is going to be the pondering spot. This is where we're gonna talk about it. Oh, I feel so alive. Oh, I love it. You know what though? The one thing I am missing is like a chair or something to sit on. We'll sit on this rock for now. Forgive the puffiness if I'm still a little bit puffy. I did just wake up. Let's see. Okay, so for where I'm at in my life currently, which these have changed over the years and these could change, although I'm pretty happy with my values as of now, but they could change. There are 3 things that I care about, that I cherish in my life, that I want to focus my life towards. Pretty simple. The first one is health, both mental and physical, pretty self-explanatory. The second one is strengthening relationships, whether that's, you know, family, me and my parents, friends, obviously, relationship, Taylor and myself. And third is freedom, which is the obvious freedom of being able to travel where I want, being able to do what I want, being able to acquire what I want, but also financial freedom of not having to stress about how we're gonna make mortgage that month, not having to stress about the bills we have, all that. I can pretty confidently say that living in LA was a negative for all 3 of those things. And again, I don't want it to make it sound like I'm bashing LA necessarily. I said this already, and it's hard for me to find the words for it because of how I feel in my head about it, but I want to reiterate the fact that I regret absolutely nothing, and I wouldn't have done it any other way. Like originally when I bought the house in LA, there was a 5-year plan. I was gonna live there for 5 years, reevaluate what the house was worth then, reevaluate where me and Taylor were in our relationship, reevaluate where I was in my career, and 5 years was sort of the minimum number where we think like, okay, do we sell and move? Do we, you know, that's where we figured it out. Because I've been in LA, I've been living in LA for 3, 4, 5, 6 years? Either 6 or 7 years I've been living in LA now. 3 years since I bought that. It's been 3 years since I bought that house already, which is pretty crazy. I was born and raised in NorCal. Some people don't consider it like the Bay Area, Northern California, but compared to LA, it's NorCal. I don't want to say I was raised around the woods because I lived in Santa Cruz, but this was all super pre-YouTube too. But I would go on backpacking trips with my parents. We'd go camping. We'd go on these long month-long road trips to just forested areas. I don't know how to describe it. But like this, I fucking love this. Like this, it's funny because so many of you guys know me from living in LA and living that lifestyle, which realistically isn't me. But I also think it takes living there to figure out that that's not you. You know what I mean? You know, going back on what I said about LA being a negative for those 3 aspects of my life, it's like mental health is pretty self-explanatory. LA is not the best for that. Relationships were far, like 6-7 hours from my family, similar distance to Taylor's family, so we're not close to any family. Friends, we have friends in LA, obviously. And then freedom, financial freedom, it's pretty self-explanatory that LA, especially, I mean, you guys saw my house. Like, I realistically bought a house that I couldn't afford, and I've been making it work for the past 3 years, which is, you know, crazy. Proud of myself for that. But it was just constant stress, and constant stress that I got myself into, that I loved. And again, I want to keep saying that I don't/didn't regret it. I loved that. I literally got to live my dream. Like, if I was going to live in LA, that is the house that I'd want. And I got to do that. I accomplished that. Like, that's crazy to think about. That being said, going back on the whole 5-year plan, we did 3 years, and I think I mentioned it earlier. Part of the reason we expedited it, there's two big reasons. The first one is we found the dream property, you know, the property that checks all of our boxes, an amazing price, and I think we found it a little bit sooner than we kind of anticipated. And then 2, my house appreciated. Like, my house, I'm gonna be selling it for a profit, and a big enough profit that this property can be paid off and not have a mortgage and not have that stress, which is going to be so huge of a financial burden off my shoulders. It feels like I can breathe, you know? Yeah. Pretty damn beautiful. I have a lot to say, but I think I've got the key points out of the way. And not that I need to explain anything, because it is, at the end of the day, it is my life, it is mine and Taylor's future. So, let's give you a little tour, shall we? There's a whole lot of nothing right now, but I brought my e-bike on the last trip I was here, so we can do a little tour of the location. All right, whoa, this is so sketchy with one hand. All right, let's see, let's take you over yonder. So I think first thing is first, a little under 3 goddamn acres of freedom. Going back on the whole freedom thing, I have almost 3 acres of freedom. That's a lot of freedom compared to LA. They're these little, I guess you could call them paths, roads, whatever, that I've been using to get around the property. Dude, I'm using the front brake right now. This is so sketch. I'm taking the long way around. This is just the this is just the fun way. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest parts of the entire property. This is what I'm most excited for, and I think you guys will be too. So we come up here, set you down right there. Oh, good thing I caught that. Okay, I have so much excitement to show you guys this. I locked it and I left the key upstairs. I will say, ample driveway space, and you know what paved driveways mean. Paved driveways means plenty of spots for obstacles, whether it's the A-frame and the flat bar and all the stuff from the old park. It's crazy I can call it that now. Even this right here, I was thinking this can be, you know, we can have the flat bar here, we can have the A-frame here. This can be its own little skate park. All right, hear me out. Flip the lights on. All right. Right now, as you can see, obviously, both sides are empty, all right, but there's a vision. This is going to be the workshop for my drift car. This is a huge structure. The wide angle lens doesn't do it justice. You know, you can probably fit 3 cars if you wanted, but this is just gonna be my fingerboard obstacle workshop in the back, all this stuff. The 240 goes here. Obviously, long term would be super sick to get a lift or something, depending on how deep I actually get into the world of cars, you know what I mean? Fingerboard obstacle workshop and drift car area. And now for the part you probably care about. This section, which is taller by what, 3 feet? This is like this is a warehouse. I've been talking to Corey from Keen Rams. We've taken all the measurements and we are converting this, without giving away too much, we are converting this into something really cool, skate related. I'll give you guys that. There are some things around the house that need cleaning and that need fixing up, and it's part of the reason the house was on the cheaper side, is because it needs work, and that's where the family relationships come in handy. Is we are closer to both Taylor's family and my family, and my dad and I have been wanting like a fixer-upper project that we can work on together, and this is gonna be that. For example, we come up here and we have not figured out what this could have been used for. This is like a 2,000 square foot or close to 2,000 square foot, just like emptiness. Bathroom renovation or bathroom installation was in progress, so we're taking this over. It has like appliances and a sink, and like we don't really know what this was used for. But like, this is a big old area So this is gonna be something cool too. Okay. I guess where I'm going with this is completely aside from mental, physical health, relationships, freedom, all of the actual life benefits. This is also going to be such a such a leap in terms of, you know, content availability. Like, there's gonna be so many things that need fixing up, so many things we can build, so many things we can do, all of which I'm gonna be documenting everything. I'd say that's about it. Talking about my parents too, they actually just got here to start on some of the, you know, easier repairs and maintenance and work on some stuff together. So I'm gonna call the video there and get started on all that. But we should be fully moved in, like with Taylor and everything, in the next month or two. Hey, there you are, Father. I don't know if I can see you. It's the super wide angle GoPro, but... I'm here. Yep. Okay, bye guys.